Cash. Have you ever felt safer with a stack of bills in your pocket than with a number on a screen? That's the magic of cash. You can touch it, count it, hide it. No apps, no banks, no middlemen, just you and your money. In a crisis, people don't run to download apps. They run to ATMs. Why? Because cash feels like control. But here's the truth. Cash is slowly dying in your hands. Inflation eats it like moths in a closet. What bought you groceries today might not be enough tomorrow. And let's be honest, one fire, one theft, and it's gone forever. So why do people still love it? Because it's instant freedom. No waiting, no permission, just pure access. But if holding cash feels too risky, where do people turn for a sense of real security? Most head straight to the bank. Bank and deposits. Banks have long been seen as the safest place to store money. With towering glass buildings, thick vaults, and layers of security, it's easy to believe your money is safe. When you log into your online banking app, seeing those glowing numbers gives a sense of comfort. There are ATMs on every corner, and transfers are just a tap away. Additionally, government insurance adds another layer of confidence. But here's the thing, while banks provide safety, they don't help your money grow. Think of your bank account like a parking lot, safe but stagnant. It's a place to store your wealth, not increase it. You're not investing, you're merely keeping it safe. Yet banks are just storage, not growth. So where do people go when they want something bigger, something solid and lasting? They buy property. Real estate. A building isn't just bricks, it's frozen money. For centuries, property has been the ultimate store of value. A house to live in, an apartment to rent, land to pass down. It feels tangible, solid, real. But here's the catch. Getting in is expensive. You can't buy a house with pocket change. And once you do, your wealth is locked. Hard to sell quickly if you need cash. Taxes, repairs, bubbles, all part of the deal. Still, real estate beats inflation and offers passive income. Slow, steady, and for many, the safest harbor. But not everyone has the patience or the budget for real estate. Some people want movement, risk, and fast potential gains. That's where the stock market comes in. Stocks and bonds. Imagine strapping into a roller coaster. That's the stock market. One moment you're flying high, the next you're plummeting. Exciting? Yes. Terrifying? Absolutely. Bonds, meanwhile, are the opposite. Calm, predictable, sometimes boring. Why bother? Because history shows that over decades, stocks beat inflation and create real wealth. Bonds bring balance, smoothing the ride. Together, they're not gambling. They're a strategy. But only if you can handle the ups and downs. Would you dare keep your savings in a game where one headline can change everything overnight? Still, for others, even Wall Street feels too slow. They want the adrenaline of a market that never sleeps. Enter crypto, cryptocurrency, and digital assets. Imagine making a fortune out of thin air. Literally, that's crypto. No banks, no governments, just a string of code that people trust as money. Bitcoin, Ethereum, thousands of tokens, moving across the world in seconds. Millionaires are made overnight, but millionaires are also wiped out overnight. Prices explode, then collapse. Hacks, frauds, vanished exchanges. If you lose coins, they're gone forever. Still, people jump in because it feels like the future, like joining a revolution. For some, it's a gamble. For others, the new gold rush. The question is, would you risk it? But when digital coins crash, where do people run for safety? Back to the oldest store of value in history, gold, precious metals, and stones. In every financial crash, there's one thing people always run to: gold. During the 2008 crisis, gold prices nearly doubled. In 1971, 1 ounce of gold bought a good suit. Today, the same ounce still buys a suit. That's gold's secret. It preserves value across generations. But don't expect it to grow your wealth. Gold doesn't pay dividends. It just sits, heavy and silent. Owning it is like owning an ancient castle. Impressive, indestructible, but expensive to keep and hard to sell fast. Yet when the world is burning, gold is the fireproof vault. It won't make you rich, but it might save you from being poor. Would you sleep better knowing a few gold coins were hidden in your drawer? Metals are timeless, but they're not personal. What if your wealth could be unique, beautiful, and one of a kind? That's the world of collectibles. Collectibles and Art. How much would you pay for a piece of cardboard? In 2019, someone paid $195,000 for a rare Pokemon card. A comic book once worth pennies now sells for millions. A vintage Rolex forgotten in a drawer can fund a house. Collectibles turn passion into profit, sometimes beyond belief. But here's the risk: value isn't fixed. To one buyer, a guitar is priceless. To another, it's just wood. Scams, fakes, and dry markets are common. Selling can take months or years. Still, collectibles offer something no stock or bond ever will: beauty you can touch, stories you can pass down, and the thrill that one discovery could change your life. Maybe that dusty attic box in your house isn't junk. Maybe it's a fortune. But instead of buying treasures from the past, what if you created your own? That's where starting a business comes in. Your own business and projects. Why store money when you could multiply it? Starting a business is the boldest choice. A cafe, an online shop, a startup. Instead of watching numbers sit still, you use them to build something bigger. If it works, the rewards are massive: freedom, independence, legacy. But the risks? Brutal. Most businesses fail. Competition is ruthless. It takes energy, courage, and endless work. Yet for many, it's worth it. Because here, you're betting on yourself. You're not just storing wealth, you're building a future. And that brings us full circle. So many ways to store wealth, each with its strengths and flaws. Which one fits you?